You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
Hello guys, welcome again to the live stream. Today we have the confirmation of one, actually very important signal right now in FIDE chart. We have a new close, so let's talk about this. Okay, so let me show you here. One of the major signals I was looking for all this month, it was the FIDE chart. So if we apply the same rules of my system, well, we can say, okay, now Bitcoin tested the center line here in the curve or squeeze, whatever you want to use, and the question is, the price is pumping right now or is going to the upside? Not really, right? Now, usually when after I see this, when I see the signal here, that means in the next direction is to the downside. Okay, so following, if we apply the rules here for this chart, specifically FIDE chart, we can say, okay, today we got the confirmation, and one of the biggest warnings I can tell you right now, of course, following my system, is like Bitcoin is getting ready for a massive move. Maybe in May. In May, I don't think this is gonna play right now, but this is one of the biggest one of the biggest signals I can tell you right now. Why? Because, well, usually when you see the FIDE chart, 3 or 4 days later you will see the weekly chart following this signal. Now, the game is very simple. any close below $42,000 as long as Bitcoin is closing candles, weekly candles now. I mean, that is the next thing on my puzzle here. If we see any close below $40,000, actually in weekly basis $44,000 this weekend, we will see the downside. Actually, there is a very high probability we'll see in May major downside for Bitcoin. Now, remember, when the chart is one time frame is for 10 days maximum, and 5-day chart is for at least, I think, maybe at least 2 months around the price action. So right now we have the confirmation here, so that means I am not saying Bitcoin is gonna crash from here right now, of course not. Actually, in 1-day chart I'm expecting Bitcoin is gonna test around $43,000, 44, but any rejection from there, I'm expecting actually the rejection from there, and you will see potentially this sell signal playing. Now, the other scenario is like a Bitcoin from right now, this moment, I mean, $40,000 is getting rejected right now and close below or around 38, I mean, not below, around $38,000, you will see this signal firing as well. So the last example I have for this, is in 2018 when Bitcoin got rejected here in the curve or squeeze around here in this area. So as you can see here, we have the curve testing the seller line here, rejection, and after that we saw the bounce here, very similar right now. And after with the sell signal, well, what happened after that? After 1 month, 2 months of price action in sideways, Bitcoin found the capitulation. Okay, so this signal is a long-term signal. Remember, it's not something like you have to be careful right now. I mean, of course, like if Bitcoin, technically speaking, Bitcoin is in sideways, yes, technically speaking, Bitcoin must break $38,000, but we have this major signal present right now. So with this signal, I am telling you right now, if I was defensive in the market, I am more defensive right now. I am playing the bounce, yes, with some altcoins, but no more than that. Okay, I am not expecting Bitcoin doing something like this year, like parabolic move and this kind of things. No, I am very realistic with my technical analysis, and that's why I am just following my rules, and I am very, very careful and very defensive right now in the markets. So thinking about this, well, let's talk about the 1-day chart, okay? Because we need to talk about the 1-day chart. Let me tell you something. Technically speaking, Bitcoin has a lot of time. Well, not a lot of time. At least all the week, all this week, and maybe some days on the next week, to see Bitcoin at least trying to break $44,000. Yes. Now, if any close below between $42,000 and $44,000, any close below there in 1-day chart. And you can imagine, okay, so we apply the same rules. We need to wait when the curve or the squeeze testing the seller line, and Bitcoin cannot break this area. Well, Bitcoin is going to have a lot of problems around here in some point in May, the first week of May. You will see a potential sell signal here, and this sell signal is gonna be the biggest, one of the few shorts of the year, because usually I like to take 1 or 2 shorts per year, like in swings or longs, it depends on the case. So any close below $44,000, 42 actually, 42 is better, of course, for shorts, but any rejection from this area, $44,000, this the actually I think is gonna be enough to see Bitcoin around here in this area, getting ready for actually very interesting short position in this area. Now, invalidations, of course, always invalidation, right? Bitcoin easy, must break 44, 42, and also by the end of the month must be testing around $47,000. If we see something like that, yeah, we can say, okay, invalidation, we can start thinking Bitcoin is going to at least $55,000, $56,000. But right now, I am defensive. Because as a human, I need to recognize my limitations. I don't have powers, I cannot predict the future, and I cannot see the future, right? So that's why the best strategy I have for this kind of situations is I am defensive. Okay, so just careful. The markets, they are pumping right now. They are bouncing. Yes, enjoy the profits. If you are in the short term, perfect. Or you are playing the bounce, totally fine. Just manage your risk, because I think May is gonna be the month where we are gonna see major volatility in macro timeframes. Right now, Bitcoin, as you can see here, well, let's talk about now for the short-term timeframes. Well, in very short-term timeframes, I said, okay, around $42,000, I'm expecting a pullback. Well, here around 44, 42, as you can see here in this area. Here I was speculating a pullback, as you can see here, and in 1 hour chart I saw this short, very easy, actually very easy short, and I closed my short position around $41,400 around here, because it was just 1 hour for 1 hour trade. Let me explain this setup, because I can see some people in my group, they have some questions about it. So let me show you here. We have 3 strikes of bear divergences here, and also we have this move, right? And I know $42,000, it was the area, I mean, in the short term, I mean, $44,000 around where is the MA to MA55 on the chart. And also in that moment, when I was talking with some people in my group, we were here. Yeah, let me explain here a little bit, because maybe sometimes I can see questions about this. Okay, here. People were entering in short here, thinking Bitcoin is gonna crash right now from here. At this point, the only thing I can tell you is your imagination. Why? Because we have bear divergences, yes, in progress. No, there is no confirmation. The confirmation is very simple. We need to see the ADX getting negative here, the curve or squeeze with the dark blue in this case with a signal, and also. If you want to play with OBV, of course, it's more long term. You need to see rejection from the MA55. So at this point, we didn't have this signal. That's why I said, okay, this is just something you want to see. It's not happening right now. It's something you want to see. Okay, you have to wait for the confirmation. Okay, after a couple hours, let me show you here. We have this test around $42,000. Perfect. Okay, I was looking for that level. And after that, here, exactly here, in this area is when I entered in short position around here, around $42,000. When I saw in the next tick closing the ADX negative here. And also, I saw the dark blue printing here in the curve. And after that, well, now you can see the result. Always, my target is going to be the MA55 here. Yeah. What happened after that? Well, MA55 tested. I protected my stop loss, my entry here, and I went just to sleep. After that, Bitcoin was just in sideways here. I wake up and I say, okay, bounce here. I don't care. This is a 1 trade. This is a 1 hour trade. So okay, I'm gonna close my position here. I close my position around here. Now I'm gonna wait for the next setup. Simple, you see. I mean, I have to wait maybe a couple days for this setup. No problem at all, because I am not chasing the market. Okay. So now let's talk about the 4 hour chart. What is happening right now? Okay. Okay. So here we have buy signal right now in 1 hour chart. Yes. This is the bounce, yes, but looks like this is a corrective move. Let me show you here in 4 hour chart what is happening right now. We have sell signal in the curve, of course, but we don't have confirmation right now, not yet. Why? Well, because we need the ADX getting negative here. If we see this, you will see maybe just sideways here, and if you see the ADX getting negative here, Bitcoin, technically speaking, there is a very high probability Bitcoin will break $41,000 around here, 41,500. This area is gonna break. If that happens, you will see full rejection all the way down to around $39,000, $40,000, and that is gonna be the major test. If we see Bitcoin testing this area again, potentially that is the major test for Bitcoin, if we can say if this is a bull trap or bear trap, right? For now, I am playing just sideways between 42 and $40,000. So this is the area I'm gonna start looking for outer bounds, right? So So that now in 4-hour chart you can see range or falling, but the biggest one of the triggers or the most important things for me right now is I need to see the ADX negative. Maybe today we are gonna see it, potentially yes. Now in 12-hour chart, as you can see here, Bitcoin is above the zero line here. It's testing the MA55. Technically speaking, it's still good. Yes. Bitcoin has time. Yes. But look at this. We are gonna have a test in 12-hour chart of the MA55 here, and usually in the first pass, in the first test, we will see a reaction. So that means any close. I mean, we see a 4-hour sell signal between $42,000 and 41,800 around here. You will see the 12-hour saying, okay, this is potential sell signal right now here, and that is my second biggest concern, because if we see a sell signal in 12-hour chart, usually that is when you see, okay, the cascade system again working, and you will see 4-hour chart printing a sell signal, 12-hour chart printing a sell signal, and that implies Bitcoin in 1-day chart we will see some continuation to the downside. Okay, so for now, sideways between $41,000 to $100 and $42,000 is gonna be the area. Technically speaking, in 1-day chart, we still have time. I mean, Bitcoin still have time to try to break 42, and maximum area is 44. Okay, same. If you study this chart, Bitcoin has been in this range for a long time. So between this area, this is the area of the biggest shorts. This area. So this area is of course very important, yes, but usually if you study the price here, usually Bitcoin is breaking this area, yes, after some test, and always is getting rejected from 44. So there is a very high probability you will see Bitcoin at 44, 43, maybe this week or maximum next week. Yes, and that is going to be the biggest test. So the original technical analysis for Bitcoin, I said 2 days ago, is like this, right? So between $42,000 and $44,000, that is the area I'm going to start looking for. I'm looking for in 1-day chart, but based on the price action, based on what I am telling you right now, no more than that. I am expecting Bitcoin, yeah, potentially is trying to do this, but no, it's not looking like very strong like before. Now, let's talk about the weekly chart. Not the weekly chart itself. I wanna tell you something. My based on this the 5-day sell signal right now, we have the confirmation today. I will tell you this. The time is almost over for Bitcoin. 2 weeks left. 2 weeks left around here, around the first week of May. Just 2 weeks left. If we don't see Bitcoin right now breaking 44, and actually even better, right, in macro time frames of around $47,000, the probabilities to the downside are very high, and timing is very important. Okay, so just I can say this month, maximum few days of the first of May, if we don't see I mean a really insignificant move to the upside in the next 10 days, be ready, because Bitcoin is gonna break down, and it's gonna break down very hard, very hard, at least 50% from this area, historically speaking. Okay, I mean based on the signals in 5-day chart, the move to the upside or the downside is 45-50%. Okay, so the levels are the same as yesterday, but let me tell you something. One moment. We have other in weekly chart. The area is very simple: 42, 44, same as 1-day chart here. Any rejection, any close this weekend below this level, well, the probabilities are increasing to the downside, and the time is almost over. Remember, we have this buy signal in February, late last week of February, and from here in my private channels, in the trading channel, in 1-day chart and investing channel, we were bullish, and many of us, we just ride this round from 35, 36 to 48, $47,000. But now I think Bitcoin is getting ready for something like no one is expecting. I can see many YouTubers, many people, they are still talking about 100K. Good luck with that. They are right. I can say they are right, but not this year. Not this year. My best advice for you is, if of course, first of all, I am not a financial advisor. This is educational it's just education. Okay, this is the content is used for education. The best thing you can do right now here is protect your capital. If you were making money in the 2020-2021 bull market, well, it's a time to start looking for lock some profits there and don't get too bullish. Because, as I said many times, this area is not that healthy like I am speculating right now. And yours, this is my speculation. Of course, this is not a technical analysis right now, not yet. This is something I am expecting this year. Remember, it's like A, B, C correction, and this C correction, this, well, do you see what happened with Netflix? Well, something like that I'm expecting for Bitcoin in some point. That is exactly the same thing. Okay, that is capitulation. That is something like you must understand, because if you are new in the market, especially you're from 2020, 2021, you never seen something like that. You don't have experience with that kind of things, and potentially the market is the market is your best teacher. And you will see that kind of price action to the downside. Looks like doesn't matter the lines, the supports, just Bitcoin is breaking everything to the downside. Well, be ready for that. As I said, if you want to see invalidations, yes, no problem. Any close below about 44 and even better, $47,000 in weekly basis, totally fine. Bitcoin $55,000, $56,000. That's it. No more than that this year. So what I did today, well, based on this, yes, I am playing the bounce, yes, but I am extremely careful right now in the markets. Okay, now let's continue about the let's continue talking about a little bit more Bitcoin. As you can see here, this is not like super healthy price action in OBB. I was expecting expansion here actually today, but that didn't happen. So this is simple. Any close below this line, I mean the previous low here, and let me show you here, around here. Any close below here, you will see the major bull trap, actually, technically speaking. So, well, just careful, guys, careful. That's it. We can talk about some altcoins, no problem. But let me show you something about. I wanna just jump to Netflix, because I think now is something we can learn from that price action, because I think it's very important for studying here what is happening right now with Netflix. So let me show you here, Netflix in weekly chart. Yeah. Okay, so all the gains from 2018, they were destroyed just in just a couple months. And if this asset is crashing 70% and is not volatile as Bitcoin, now you can imagine if Bitcoin is doing something similar. Do you think 70% is enough? Of course not. Historically speaking, Bitcoin likes to break down or crash around 80-85% in the macro timeframes. That is this kind of things, like people, especially new people in the markets, they are not ready, and especially in crypto, they are not ready. And I am still thinking we are going to see something like this in cryptocurrencies, because if you check the news and you check the social media, well, people, they are still thinking buy the dip, right? Buy the dip. Well, it's good luck. So right now here for the Netflix, it's time to study here. Okay, first of all, in my personal opinion, never catch the knife. That is a very bad way to do it. The first thing I can tell you right now is just wait for the sideways here, some accumulation here, and after that you can start thinking to buy. Yes, well, that is if you are trading, but if you are accumulating, well, weekly chart is not going to help you. Why? Because officially in weekly chart, Netflix is in downtrend. Okay, but that doesn't mean like Netflix is going to zero. Of course not. That is the thing I need to tell you guys. I mean, not because, I mean, Netflix is not Shiba Inu. Okay, simple. I mean, it's not Shiba Inu. Okay, so it's not a meme coin. So I am not a fundamental trader, But you need to understand, like, you cannot compare Netflix with Shiba Inu or Dogecoin or that kind of garbage. Okay, so in weekly chart, of course, we have this. Actually, this is a reversal in weekly chart, and not just reversal in weekly chart. This is a reversal also in monthly. Monthly, this is massive red candle here. Is a monthly reversal, yes. So, but that doesn't mean like Netflix gonna crash like this forever and ever. Of course not. Now, if you see here, the ME55 is broken right now. The volume. Look at this. We can study this. I mean, this is what it's studying. Since 2016, look at what happened with OBB. Every time OBB was doing this and Netflix was doing this. So tell me, my friend, in the long term since 2016, what market makers they were doing? Question. I know you know. I know you know, right? You know the answer because I was talking about this for a long time. Right? Well, if you don't know, simple. Every time when this asset was moving out to the upside, they were pushing the price to the upside and they were dumping. So in OBB, this is telling you, hey, careful with this asset in the long term in monthly chart, because every time when it's moving, yes, to the upside, someone with a lot of money is dumping. It's exactly the same thing right now is happening for Bitcoin. Okay, so you can imply in some point Bitcoin is gonna do something similar. Okay, now we have better divergences everywhere in monthly. Yes, you can see it, right? For example, from this point and this point, this point and this point, and recently from this point and this point. Now, okay, and also we have here better divergence in monthly, totally fine. Now in 2-month chart. 2-month chart, we don't have enough data with OBB, but we have data with the curve. As you can see here, this is very simple. We have 1, 2, 3 strikes with Netflix. So we have here 1, 2, 3 strikes with in my monthly. So that means this is gonna play around, oh my god, 6-7 years of price action. Okay, so right now here, technically speaking, you have a sell signal range on Netflix right now here. But is this a reversal in 2-month chart? If you apply my system, of course you will say no, this is not a reversal. Why? Because you don't know what is gonna happen with the close here. You don't know here. You don't know if this asset is gonna be just in sideways around here, and after that it's gonna do something like this. Okay, so I cannot change the trend in 2-month chart. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so you cannot say Netflix is gonna crash forever and ever and is reversing the trend in bi-monthly. No, and let me tell you something. The bi-monthly is very relevant because we are gonna have a new close in 10 days. Okay, in 10 days we are gonna have also a 3-month chart closing in 10 days, 2 and 3 months. Okay, so let's start here. Wait, we cannot change the trend here in 2 months. Okay, perfect. Now in 3-month chart, in a very, very long term time frame, this is the one, I think the oldest. Every time, this is the first time, sorry, according to this chart, is testing the ME55 in 3-month chart. Okay, I am not financial advisor, my friend. I am not financial advisor, but it's just, I want to be very clear. But if you are bearish here, if you are thinking this is going to zero because you said, oh yeah, the news are saying Netflix is garbage, let's sell everything, Netflix to zero, and you are following that kind of things, you have a big problem. You have a big problem, my friend. Because you should understand, you must understand, in media, they are telling you, usually they don't tell you the truth, and also they are just manipulating the masses. So also you are trading fundamentals, you will realize like they will tell you after the move happened, but they will never tell you before of that move. Okay, that is my job as a trader. Okay, so this area, if you see 3 months, I mean, in the next 10 days, this area is holding in 3 months, I will tell you something, and it's a little bit aggressive, but I will say this could be a major opportunity for Netflix in the long term. In the long term, I'm talking about years. Okay, so some sideways here and a bounce here and breaking 350. That is gonna be, I mean, this year. This is gonna be potentially a very nice play in the long term. Now, if Netflix is closed below around maybe 200 or 200, or sorry, no, let me see one moment. Here, 175 around here, the close around here, around this area. This month, in the next 10 days, yes, you can say Netflix is like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu, and you will see this asset entering now really hard, nasty bear market in macro time frames, and you will see in the long term, 2024, 2025, maybe in Netflix around $30. Honestly, I don't think so. I am expecting at least a major bounce around here, because if I show you, for example, Baba, people, they were saying exactly the same thing. No, Baba, no, my God, it's a very bad investment, blah 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 blah. I was here, of course. This bounce here went to all the way from 75 to this level, around here, and I just close my position. This is just a big bounce in macro time frames. Let me show you here, weekly chart. Look at this bounce here from this area. I need to respect the trend. The trend is your friend, and this is to the downside right now. Every time when Baba is testing the MA21, but that means potentially here you will see Baba just in sideways here for months, accumulation formation, and after that you can start speculating this is going to the upside. Something like that I'm expecting for Netflix and also Facebook and all other companies. So if you are an investor in the very long term time frames, I mean long term, with long-term goals, I will say this kind of crashes, that is a thing that you need to start looking for. Okay, I am not saying all in, go to the buy. No. It's by your own risk. It's just I am sharing my thoughts about this. Let me see the weekly, the 6 months. 6 months is very simple. By summer, any close below 200. This is a very relevant area. I mean, by summer, in the next 3 months. Any close above 270, this is potentially could be the bottom or capitulation for Netflix. This is capitulation, something like this. You see, 2 times in the history testing this area, and after that major rally. Okay, so you can imply any close above in the summer about this area, you will see new highs, of course, in the long term. Okay, this technical analysis is very good for learning and studying, and not just because you see something like this right now. Of course, if you are just gambling and you are following the TikTokers advice, like, yes, you can buy stocks and DCA, right? DCA, yeah. Well, good luck with your DCA if you are buying every 2% drop. No, that is not how it's working. If you are doing DCA and you are just buying every time when a stock is dropping just 2%, you don't know even how to do DCA. So for me, this is just capitulation. Of course, I cannot say the bottom. No, we need to wait the close in the 3 months. I mean, the next 10 days. So that means the best scenario for this asset is just being sideways here between 200 225 around here. And after the close in 3 month chart, you can start thinking, okay, potentially bottom, at least a big bounce. Yes. Okay. So that's it, my friend. It's the only thing I want to show you here because, well, I have some how can I say this? Not some, many questions about Netflix right now. Just I share my humble opinion about this asset. Okay, so let's continue with cryptocurrencies. Okay, for Bitcoin, well, Bitcoin in the very short term, 4-hour chart, as I said before, is still above the MA55. Yes, that's the MA55. Yes, but I am expecting sideways here, something like this. Yes, and if I see we can say now we have a range or sell signal in the curve. The only thing is missing is the ADX getting negative here. If we see that negative slope, you can expect Bitcoin is gonna break 40,900 and all the way down to 40,000 again. Okay, that is my play. And also remember, between $39,000 and 40, that is the bottom area of the 1-day chart. Okay, a potential bounce from there, yes. I'm expecting a bounce from there, yes. Okay, so let's talk. Yeah, Bebo, be careful, my friend. Okay, be careful. Just careful and manage your risk. Okay, so let's continue. If you have any suggestion about you want me to check altcoins, don't please write in the comments and we can start. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna start with with Ethereum. Ethereum is doing something very interesting right now here. Why? Because if we see the 4-hour chart here, we have sell signal here, and we have the ADX negative here. So technically speaking here, if you are in short position right now around here, because the target was around here, 3,200 around this area. Well, not exact, actually I fell. I was expecting a little more, but never mind. So technically speaking, we have a sell signal right now here. Yes, so potentially you can say, okay, range or sell signal right now here. Any break of this level around 3,000, you will see a full other test to 2,900 around here. Any close below here, of course, we cannot say, well, this is a mass Bitcoin, right? Breaking $40,000 or 39. Okay, so let's continue with Solana, for example. Solana, same thing as Bitcoin, same. I mean, they are doing exactly the same as Bitcoin, as you can see here. Same. If Bitcoin breaks this level, you will see Solana around $100 again. Okay, so let's continue with ADA. Same. Well, this is worse than even not like this is not following Bitcoin, not that healthy. Even still in downtrend in 1-day chart, this is not very powerful. I think there is a very high probability you will see Cardano breaking down next week. This is not even this asset even didn't test the MA55 in 1-day chart. Just careful with Cardano. BNB in sideways about the MA55, defending the 420 area, very good. Same as Bitcoin. This week, maximum 2-3 days next week. If we don't see a bounce from here, you can start speculating, okay, this is gonna break down, because remember, timing is very important, very important. DOT, same thing, testing the MA55 here. We have time, yes, we have time. So maybe other test to maybe 21 in the long term. Just as I said, many altcoins, they are doing the same. They are just testing the MA55 or testing key levels. For example, Kava is doing very good actually. This is the thing I want to see for Bitcoin, as you can see. This is a very good pattern actually. I see. For example, here. Yeah, this is the break, pullback, and after that continuation. That is the thing I was looking for Bitcoin 2 weeks ago. Kava, very good, very powerful. And Luna, let me show you Luna here, breaking the MA55 here. This is the retest. The retest was not strong enough. Why? Because we don't have volume. So other test to 90, breaking 90, you will see full retrace to 78 around there. Litecoin, same thing. I think many altcoins, they are doing something similar. Let's talk about Ape, because Ape is doing something very interesting right now here. Of course, if you are asking me to buy here, of course, never. I would never buy here. Never. Because it's very interesting, right? Because I am trading in BigX. I receive a notification from this exchange like, oh, did you realize Ape did a new ATA? If you receive that kind of notification from your exchange, that means they are telling you, hey, buy, because we are gonna dump it. Buy. We are gonna dump it, you see? Because, well, maybe you don't believe it, right? But many exchanges, they are doing inside, what is the name? Yeah. They move the price. They are manipulating the price too. Yeah. Now, we have here in Ape, the 1-day chart is still very, very strong. Yes. But that means for me, I will never buy here. Actually, remember I said here, no thank you, no, it's not with me. The pullback between $13 and 14, that is gonna be the area I'm gonna start looking for here. But I will say in 4-hour chart, that is the best thing to watch right now. As you can see here, yes, this is the area I was looking for, 17, 16, and now we will see the pullback. The problem with this is like this move looks like, in my humble opinion, is like a pump and down. Why? Because you will see something like this, yes, and crashing all the way down to 14, 13, and the problem is this one. You will see, you see the ADX negative here, you can expect full retrace all the way down, killing all the newbies here. They are buying A because to the moon, right? To the moon. But don't get me wrong, as long as this asset is respecting this area, well, you can start thinking, okay, this is the pullback here, and around here, if you see something like this, okay, you can start at least other test to $17. Okay, so let's continue with other coins. Let me see if we can see something different in the market right now, because this time looks like all the altcoins, they are following Bitcoin, most all of them. So Link, same thing as Bitcoin, testing here. Let me see. Yeah, I think Rune was doing something very interesting right now in 1-day chart. Let me show you here about the MI21, about the MI55. This asset is gonna test around 11, 12. I am still thinking maybe this is the potential target for this area. Around here, that is the area I'm gonna start looking for in the next 10 days, of course. Sideways here, as long as is above $8.30, I don't see any problem at all. Now, let's talk about, I missed the USDT dominance here. 1-day chart testing the MI55 here, sideways. I think USDT dominance maybe is gonna break down this the MI55 here. The reason is simple, because same as Bitcoin, we have time for at least other tests. I mean, we have time here to see USDT dominance breaking this level. If you see this level, you will see Bitcoin at 44, and USDT dominance testing this area around here, around 3.90, and from here I am expecting other leg up. Remember, I think I am telling you this almost every day, but I am very bullish here because we have buy signal in monthly here still on, ADX is positive here. In some point this year, I am expecting a new ATA in USD dominance. So that means Bitcoin breaking $30,000. That is the scenario I'm looking for in some point this year. Okay, so let's continue with, yeah, someone asked me, sorry if I'm mixing between cryptocurrencies and stocks, but just I am answering the questions people are asking me in my group. Twitter, yes, someone asked me, Elon Musk, right? He's gonna buy Twitter, whatever. Okay, so this is just, actually this chart is very simple, very easy trade here. This was just a bounce here, as you can see here. This was a bounce to what? Testing the MI55 here, and continuation to the downside. So testing the zero line here, time is over. Technically speaking, time is over. The next sell signal you see here in weekly chart, you will see Twitter breaking down all the way down to maybe 36, 35. And that's it. Yeah, we have a gap here in weekly chart around 40, so you can speculate maybe the gap is gonna get filled. So, well, around this area is the area. Of course, this weekly chart, so it will take some months. And think about this: the monthly chart, the volatility work for this asset is very low, very slow. So, yeah. Now let me show you here. In monthly chart, it's not looking that bad. It's not looking that bad. We have here we have the signal entering zero line here, but actually Twitter is bouncing here. As long as this closing monthly is above 35, this level, and you will see the buy signal here in maybe 3 months. This is like this. I mean, this asset is getting ready for a move like this in the long term. In the long term, of course. Okay, so let's continue with some altcoins. Let's continue with XRP. Monthly, ECC, any close below 74, 75 in monthly in the next 10 days, you will see full reaction all the way down to 0.60 again, and this time maybe a potential break 0.28 if that happen, of course. Weekly chart, not that very strong. The time is over actually the time is over. This is the thing, my friend. when you see your favorite altcoin, including Bitcoin, this in this, according to my system, of course, this is a very good example. This in the zero line here, breaking down and even below the MA55. So the next sell signal here, you will see continuation to the downside. Okay, that is a very good example. I think we can start talking about this maybe in a couple months, how it's gonna be if my technical analysis for XRP is correct. You will see well, continuation to the downside, and this is the beginning. This is the beginning. Something like this. Something like this. Something like this. Yeah, we are in this phase here. I'm not speculating we are gonna be in the same phase here for XRP. So in the long term, of course, 0.60 breaking this 60 level, you will see 0.30 again. But technically speaking, according to my system, according to my way of trading, of course, this is to the downside. This is to the downside. At least 0.60, and we have projection for MA55 and OBP. Yeah, I think that is the scenario I'm looking for XRP in weekly chart. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think let me see if there is other coin, if I can check, because mostly of them they are doing exactly the same as Bitcoin. So I think the market is following Bitcoin. Most of them is following Bitcoin. Let me see if I can see something else. Facebook, no. This is gold, same. Luna, yeah, done. Sun, Solana, Theta. Okay, the total market cap too. Let me see here. Okay, so total market cap. Okay, here we have. Let me see. That is the problem with the altcoins. We don't have any volume, and as you can see here, since 2021, November 2021, people just are taking profits. This is just people are taking profits. Now it's negatives below zero line here in OBB, so there is no volume. So any bounce from here, if you see a bounce, for example, right? If you see a bounce here, you will see a very, very slow bounce without any power, and you will see a breakdown. So that is the thing I am looking for right now for altcoins and all the market actually. And as I said, same as Bitcoin, it's timing. It's just about time. It's in zero line here, and this is more clear. Any close below one around here. Yeah, around here, this area. Any close below here, you will see, well, the beginning of the Hunger Games, right? So just careful. And also monthly. Let me show you the monthly here. Monthly, same as Bitcoin, and we have a massive bear divergence in monthly chart with this asset since 2018. So you can say, okay, the target for this asset this year is gonna be around MA55. So in general, more pain for all the market. Okay, guys. So I think I finished my technical analysis for today. So the biggest thing for right now, we have the 5-day chart, the confirmation, the sell signal here. So the probability to see Bitcoin next month to see Bitcoin to the downside are higher right now. And just careful. The only positive thing here I saw is this. The 5-day chart is testing again the MA55. Usually you see this the break, so that means Bitcoin must break 44 well, in the next 7 days. If I don't see Bitcoin breaking 44 in the next 7 days, well, you will see me again shorten the market other 2 or 3 months. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Please be careful with your Netflix thing, Bebo, because I don't know. Baba, I did it. PayPal is the only thing. Is only one I'm gonna check. Okay, PayPal. PayPal weekly chart. Okay, I'm gonna do it just this is gonna be the last one. PayPal. Well, the weekly chart for this was yeah, it's gonna test the second level here. The second level around 81. This is the second area I am gonna start looking for here, and from here I'm gonna start looking for this bounce. Actually, as you can see here, yes, this area is gonna start. I mean, this area 150, and also the second area is 90, 90, 81 around here. This area, I think this area is gonna be the biggest one, and you will see a bounce from here. Looks like right now it's continuation. Yes, ADX is getting positive here, but looks like, yeah, we have some bullish divergence forming in OBB in weekly chart, so potentially you will see a strong bounce from this area around 80, 81, 85. So just, my friend, remember, never listen on YouTuber, okay? Never listen on YouTuber, because this is for education, okay? Yes, monthly is very simple here. Yeah, testing the 85 around here. This is the biggest area I am looking for PayPal. Yeah, and remember here, this asset is dumping without a strength. I mean, there is no power in the ADX in monthly, so there is a very high probability you will see a bounce between 80, 85 around this area. I mean, let me be clear. Between this area and this area, this is the area I will start accumulating PayPal. Okay, simple. Any close below 75, 80 in monthly basis, yes, you can start thinking, okay, this is going to zero, yes. But as I said, we need to recognize, I mean, at least in my case as a trader, I don't have superpowers. I am not an Avenger, right? I cannot predict the future, so the only thing I can do is based on probabilities and following my rules of trading is the best way I can do. And also the most important thing here is I need to manage my risk. Okay, I have to manage my risk. Now, let me see I am curious about this. Let me see the bi-monthly. Oh yeah, 80, 80, 85 is the area in bi-monthly 3-month chart. Yeah, the lowest point 80, 85 around here, and from here maybe other bounce from this area. But let me tell you something, my friend. If you see this area breaking down in the next 10 days, well, be ready for 40 this year. Okay, looks like that, but honestly I don't think so. Not yet. Okay, my friend. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you, and see you tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes